be or oh yes, said it. Or your phone so or bear one. Or do they think about? So one the person who is harming you is the one who is close to you and discussing with you. Usually you hardly find that they are the cause of your problem.
I understand, but the point is, if I am a witch, why would I take you to a pastor who can realize that I'm a witch?
No, but most people who are witchcraft, witches unfortunately can still go to church.
I know.
So that is why.
That if why would I hold your hands and take you to a pastor, and the pastor will say that
that is the only cover up I can do. So they don't know.
I'll just take you to the hospital.
No, you are going to hospital already.
So,
but when I take you to a pastor,
arrange with a pastor who can see.
No, I don't care about he sees. He has seen, but he can't tell me. And he has told my daughter-in-law.
But what if the pastor is lying?
So that is what we are talking about. That the pastor will not lie because your mother-in-law took you there. It means that your mother-in-law believes in that pastor. So whatever he says, you believe.
That should tell you the pastor is a liar.
No. If the pastor is a liar, it means that your mother-in-law cannot be a witch. Is that what I'm saying?
Yes.
She can't be a witch.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that.
What is happening? He's telling the truth.
If even is the truth, why can't the pastor yet deliver without saying those
because
things?
The pastor wants to tell you what.
To break your marriage?
No, it's not to break your marriage. It's to let you know the truth.
What would the truth do?
It's to set you free.
To set you free from
Say,
what?
if
you know that your mother-in-law is a witch, what will you do? Will you go and beat her?
No. It gives you the ample ability to be able to know how to deal with her.
And you don't know how to deal with your mother-in-law already?
No, because already you are dealing with her like a saint. She's the one helping you to have a child. So when you go and they give you medicinal direction,
why can't the pastor be knowledgeable enough or smart enough or use the wisdom of Solomon by telling her that you know what, when you get your medicines, don't show it to anybody.
That is exactly what the pastor said.
Why don't you say your mother-in-law?
Your mother-in-law,
you know how many times they are breaking homes because
No, they have to break home because some mother-in-laws are breaking homes already.
But you as a pastor, that's not your duty.
No, that's the duty of the pastor. He needs to tell you the truth.
You don't break homes as a pastor.
No, this is not breaking of home. It is you. The user is the breaker of the home.
No, as a pastor, that's
you
have to be waiting.
No, I have seen it. So why when you go to a fetish priest, and they tell you these things, they don't break home. But when the pastor tells you, they are breaking home.
Fetish priest, they can say where you're before.
They tell you. Have you been to one before? Come, tell them I'll take you to 441. Come.
Your fetish priest.
They will tell you the one who is doing you in South Africa. The reason why every time you come, you are looking beautiful. They will tell you.
That's good though.
There are people that they make them beautiful, but their images are not beautiful like the way they look. So image from the devil.
Those things.
That is Rosalie's mentality. But I'm telling you that it is true that if you have somebody who can seriously tell you what is going on, it's your savior. So this prophet told the girl.
These prophets.
You've not met the right prophet because you are a wrong member.
I meet a lot of prophets.
No, you not met.
If I meet you as a prophet and you tell me that somebody in my family is a witch or a wizard, I also have prophets. I can't meet you.
But David didn't have. Bible says what? Bible says a man's enemy is from
if you are a
so the fact
pray for me.
No.
Pray for me.
I am praying for you.
Your job.
I'm praying for you.
Don't tell me who is a witch.
No, I'm praying for you.
I need the protection.
I'm praying for you. But the protection is supposed to be done in accordance with you. So I'm telling you what I'm doing for you.
Oh, no.
I can't do anything for you without you, your will.
I don't want to know.
Well, so the prophet told the wife the truth.
And the prophet was wrong.
The prophet was right.
Was wrong.
This is where the mistake is.
Okay.
When the woman came back from the prophet, told the husband, honey, today your mother took me to a church. I say, why? Because of our now assembly see. So he told the husband what really transpired. That this A, B, C, D is what the prophet said. Then the husband called the mother and told the mother, Ma, and what the arrows call him? You're sorry. Need the sophomore in the corner, I will obey you.
Why are they? Oh,
hello. One I have it. You could be a GB for one Jimmy. Another law. Do you know the wife can sue the husband? No. Do you know the wife can sue the husband? Rosalie, do you know the wife can sue the husband? The law of spousal secrecy. If you tell your spouse something and your spouse goes out there,
if you call my mother a witch, you are calling my mother a witch.
But if I
keep quiet.
No, if I call your mother a witch. Who am I calling a witch?
You are calling me my mother. Who get no? Oh, you may father.
So your mother.
Rose.
You see, you are getting it wrong. Do you know there's a guy called Jabez in the Bible? Was he suffering because of the mother?
Who was he suffering because of?
Because the mother gave him Jabez pain because he went through pain.
It's a name.
There are people today.
It's a name.
Hello.
It's a name.
Hello.
And you can live by your name.
Felly.
Yes.
Do you know what I've been had?
What?
My name.
Yes.
Good name.
Yes.
Is better than riches.
But
and anybody who wants to deal with you, they will deal with you with your name. I can't take you to a shrine without your name. You are protecting your witch mother.
Of course. Oh, you're paying for it. I don't know.
My wallet will obey you back.
In the back. What do you mean? What do you mean? The abuse in this particular thing is that your wife told you what the pastor has said. The pastor should have even said that in the first
place. It's the truth.
It's not the truth.
By what?
You can't tell me my mother is a witch.
What is your problem?
My problem is you telling me my mother is a witch.
So, do you believe it or you don't believe it?
I don't believe it.
So, what's your worry?
But you calling my mother names like that is breaking my home.
Whose home?
My home.
And you might think you have a home.
Of course.
So, you just came and told me you have a home. Because the woman who led you to me to help you is the one who is doing it.
She even did
it.
She did it out of good will. Oh, yeah, that was all your fault.
What was it? Say it to me, no. Now, here So the issue is that right now the woman is going through pain in the marriage because she spoke to the husband the truth. There is an abuse called verbal and emotional abuse under domestic violence. So what the husband is doing is violence against the wife.
Violence. You tell me my mother is a witch. You're telling me violence.
I told you your mother took me somewhere, and this is what I was told.
My mother.
Can't we have spousal secrets?
Is that spousal secret?
Okay, so right now we can share with our spouse.
How can you tell me that? Are you serious?
But do you know your mother is a witch?
How?
So if you don't know, somebody tells you, what's your
Why
worry?
do you want to tell me that?
Because you have to know.
That is a reason. I want to know your picture.
I say, mentioning my head, Bobby didn't mammy, by a fall to Bobby didn't mammy. It's me a normal, a rap.
And what do you do?
And I make catch us a ginger. What's all about? What's all about? The woman is a crop for the soon be out. Now she said, do not what the engagement.
Anyway, when they
a drum and stop his teeth. It kills teeth.
Okay.
When was a CCTV camera check of water? And check of water. And mount the images of the people who came. So you take the images to the security people to now investigate and deal with the people. So a drum be anywhere check of water. Then we are new with me. Make up with me. Now, get out of what who they are wedding, they chin and yasam. And it was the issue is that the woman is going to abuse now because the mother-in-law took her to a place to have a child. The next lady is saying that the husband traveled and brought her medicine to drink.
That's fine. Let's talk about
and she refused to drink the medicine. The husband now is going to tell her mother that Obama is your woman. Me too come because you do bread. One and the man for the name Kasa.
And
then
catch
are you serious, Rosie? Listen carefully. I went to a pastor. I was told something why I can't have a child. Then I came to tell my husband.
You were told something. What is that something? Why didn't they tell you that? Oh, where is seek medical help? Maybe because
they've gone to seek medical. I'll tell you who went to seek medical help.
Why would they tell you that your mother is?
You are not getting the story. The thing is that there are two things here.
That part.
Somebody went.
That part. Nobody dare tell me my mother.
Oh, but if your mother is a witch, nobody will tell you.
No, you can't.
The day you die will tell your ghost.
That's all.
Oh yes.
That's the best.
Definitely speaking. But we do care. But if your mother is a witch, we care.
But if my mother is a witch, call me that.
No, that thing I said, get it out of your range.
What
do that now? I can't do that. When you cry, you're very for that. I make a summer. My customer. Why? When you're very for that, dear careful. Would you quiet territory? One try, I know I have patrol, a small kind of patrol. Say, you're paying for language, patrol. Do you want to patrol? What I can't say. Then, and then with the anyone who sleep with plenty women, we don't use them for sacrifice. If you want a man for sacrifice, we use virgins or people who are stick to only their husband, their wives. A man who sleeps around, when you bring them for the shrine, we can't use them because they are contaminated. What say the shower baby for that? Yeah, for one that's you can't use them for sacrifice because they are contaminated. Obi a young fire sanka. Obi say God. What do you hear do? So listen carefully. You see, so you go and tell your mother that this is what my wife has done. Now the mother calls their daughter-in-law in front of other family members and asks the daughter, "Uba wa de lasino, bosumi seniye, or say ma 4 years me." Now 4 years me abaye, one my nana. The man told the mother that the medicine I went to look for my wife. So the mother invited the daughter-in-law.
Oh, I know there's one trap. Be careful.
Which one to be careful? So on inviting no account when the name said, if you're in about how many years have been in the mind? Was it 5 years now? 5 years now, I've been giving us a grandchild, you know. What have you been doing? Man, I've been going to the hospital and okay. Your husband says he traveled to Kofodia. They gave him some medicine to be given to you. When he brought it, you say you don't drink concussion because you've gone to the hospital. Is it to go say yes? Who person out now? I didn't see an apple saying, "I'm fear what didn't see." No, say person now I didn't say. You do not say, "Mama, no." Now the question here is that, "Mama, say, Obana nyakase on me do it. On fear what didn't see." And from that day, the woman says, from that day till today, ni kruni ni nkasa, on any debut. Bema need the sitting room. So in the house now, the woman is going through an emotional abuse because she refused to drink a concoction that people think that your husband is good. The question is that the mother-in-law inviting her to talk to her is also another form of abuse. So what we're saying here, that we're talking about submission. There are times that you are thinking that you are submitting to, but they lead you to emotional abuse.
Right, let me take a break on this.
Childlessness.
Let me take a break, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about this particular topic with Reverend Cassidy George. Stay with us.
My internet off. So, who put it on you? How can you just put the thing off?
What is off?
I'm sorry, viewers. The lady doesn't have an ass like Rosie, but she has used her buttons to put the thing off. Oh, it's a shame. Oh. What happened? Oh, it's light off. Sorry for the break in transmission. I think we are on the local data now. But the conversation continues for us to understand that we should learn. Is the power on? Yes. So sorry for the break in transmission. It was not because I didn't have enough data. I have 562 gigabytes. And man, this kind of thing was the point I made. So the issue here is that I like your line of argument, but we have come so far in the realms of the spirit to see that people have eaten their own children. Bible says that it came to a time that famine went on high, that families were giving their children to be eaten because so when we get to a point that you say, we have to be extra careful.
I'm not saying that.
Because your mother can do you.
No, I'm not.
If you say you don't want to hear, how do you take me to a place to be prayed for? And the man you trust The prophets you
no,
trust.
No, me trust. When you can say me before betting me.
Why? Also, and I'm just ni pay ye no kura no only the other year ni po other year no ni na ba
and as an American ultimacy so what's me before
na
so we are soft
na me before you want down for it
but on the before
what's it are you speaking for me? Yes. And then we are breaking rules. You don't speak for us.
I'm speaking for you. Who you before?
Someone say we
who you before?
What's that we No, because you don't know.
I'm saying it on authority because I'm sure who you before.
Someone just said me here before. I no wonder. Give me an opportunity to have sex with you.
No,
what am I saying before?
Then
make you have a feeling. Say who say who coupe the do. And who say obi fufro who make me do say. Say me do am we feeling no. Now then how to me say. What I don't say. Be ya go.
That me say this is a form of abuse. This is a form of abuse.
So you see, in childlessness, women go through a lot of abuse. These ones are verbal abuse. Most women, the final part of this childlessness is that people go through sexual abuse because of childlessness. Bearman to do the time and sell the soul. My court is a position where my department. Me are teaching your 9th hour. Call me to my phone.
I always want behind the scenes here. Seriously, you should have seen what Counselor was just doing. Counselor.
No, I was just feeling the smell of your flatulence.
Me.
Now then, what was behind the scene? You are telling them, you are asking me to confirm what was behind the scene. I confirm you say me. So what do you want me to say? Was it a lie? No, was this a lie? What I saw was it a lie?
I asked you.
So I said the thing, say I'm a liar. So continuation. Abuse in marriage when you are childless is so hurting that it's not just about verbal. It's not just about physical. There are some that they become physical. Yeah. There are some that they become abandonment. So in the domestic violence act, abuse and submission goes on higher when a woman is not going through childbirth because they want you to have a child. Sexual abuse is one of the painful things for childless women. There are people who have 2 forms of sexual abuse. Are you aware that under neglect and abandonment, when your spouse, your husband refuses to give you sexual intercourse when you are desiring for it, it's against the law?
Yeah, I know that.
Do you know that when your husband leaves you and travels to Abrochi and leaves you in Ghana and say be faithful, it's not faithfulness, it's punishment. Oh, you know the other way. Distance relationship for faithfulness is not faithfulness, so it's punishment.
What should you do?
Any man that travels and leaves you, that you should wait for me 7 years, 5 years, 3 years, may come back by you. Now what's the what? Now don't sash or debris fable. Nyame Grandma Fata Amasabeti Numason masturbation. Wama Masada, small one, hello, thank you, Jesus. Where is better than cheating? Who told you that? It is better for you to cheat than to use vibrators on your clothes. Cook me everywhere. When you become addicted to machine, you are a useless woman walking on earth. And you are a meddler. Who shall be? Say what you hey. So when you know who about 47 million. The challenge here is that women go through a lot of sexual abuse because of childlessness. There are some sexual positions that doesn't make sense. Your husband goes to town, then he gives you a call. Yaros! Who was here? And now, and they actually my dear. And calling the woman. And the one tassa. Over for the child, childless. Yes, me know better.
tell you she's not?
Yes, because the act of sex is not normal. How can a man put your leg at the bed corner, trap it with the pillow, hit it, and I'm better with you also. Or you, sir, now a man will say to me, which one is fake? So, childless people who are in marriages, they go through sexual abuse. Not just about the penetration. Some of them too, they get to a point where they get the and fashion man. And the people they are not saying there, oh, yeah, so they also get to a point where the sexual intercourse that must be enjoyed, they enjoy it. Do you get a picture here? The other part is that there are people that will abuse you, not just sexually, but they abuse you sexually through medication. Yeah, now when you get to say we and come when be shower yasi a block expense. And my bear man if I wait and the bear man not find you. There's a woman that shared the story with me. They gave us something God was not getting given back. And the man must like I said same thing. The man must smell it on his mail. I said bear man be share my yasi. Uduname. Bear man said you and pay for him. Or you the bear man and she shouldn't say poho or sit counselor. Only poho. Tetiasi pohoa, and Yakobam. Akobam is different poho. As she should say, we. If from about, we. Was she should have cited Beman in the Beman citing, I said, on Pesa Beman. Because of our war. So the level of abuse people go through sexually, through medication. Obiwa, get more be say and some of them are no wonder. Why? Because you are childless. So, looking at childlessness in abuse and submission, there are times that you think you need to submit to your husband sexually. I am not saying that grow wings, but also use common sense in sexual submission. And your position behind the demand by my What's it? Rosalie said, men found home and 146 reason. Omajidi more thing. Omajidi a penny pa. And so much no nice painting. Men found home buggetti. Frena may. Omo mayo motono. Ya you want so more ya de wo. Natural things are different. 0277 609 644. If you are going through any childlessness in any marriage, that you are going through abuse, it's better for you to go to your family house and be barren in your family house than to stay in the family house with your wife and husband and be abused. 0277 609 644. The pink mantle, go and examine your breast.
Thank you for watching the show today, and just like we always do, we'll be back tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and don't forget to call him if you have any problems, and don't forget to show love to somebody out there. My name is Kelly. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Well, in the buy, you to buy, but let's be very careful, because usually in the quest to have a child, we go through a lot, and what we go through is abuse, but we think it's not abuse, but it's rather submission. You have the right to denounce your mother-in-law's request to go to a particular hospital for a particular medication because you are not comfortable with a clinician. The fact is that anytime somebody will request for you to go to see a doctor because you're sick, even for a prayer meeting, there are many a times that they will take us for prayer meeting because they have told us, the pastor has been told what really we are going through, what we need to have. My sister, my brother, criminality is not spirituality. So you need to watch and pray. When you see thieves coming near your place and you are praying, stop the prayer, gun them down and continue praying to God. But don't stop them in the name of Jesus. Continue your conversation as a rapper. So don't stay in any abusive form of relationship. Don't let anybody make you feel like because you don't have a child, you are useless. Rather, rather, let them know that in your childlessness mentality, you are still a woman. Let them feel you and feel your absence like I gave the motivation today. When people don't appreciate your presence, let them appreciate your absence. The reason is because you are there, serving them without a child, and they still don't appreciate you. Find your legs in places where you are appreciated as a barren woman. Most times, the abuse for childless people is too much. Don't stay in a childless relationship and drink every concoction in the world. Your husband is not going to the hospital, but you think you are the problem. 0277 609 644. Seek for help. That is why I'm saying that if you're watching me and you're not married yet, seek for medical care and know your condition now, whether you can give birth before you get to marriage. Don't go and marry whilst you don't know your status. It's also one problem. End point of your party clinic. This month, I said 3 months, they'll give me free screening for you. Come. Know whether you can give birth or not. Not by pennies. By medical screening. A man, come and check whether your sperm is correct or is abusing you verbally, emotionally, sexually, because you don't have a child. Don't stay in a childless marriage if you are not the problem. Even if you are the problem, leave. IVF, they say, is good for you. It's expensive. They'll do it and insult you later. 0277 609 644. Ginger, oh, ginger. Ginger. This is not for childbirth. So when somebody buys you, say, "Me who cancel again?" Or so we are, or pursue you a debonning. Yeah, we pass nice breath, strength in ginger and honey. Just get one for yourself. Call me on 0277 609 644. It's a pink month. Make sure you go and check if there's a lump in your breast. Remember, if you're about 40, you need to do your mammogram, your mammography every year before the year ends. God bless you. Take care of yourself. I'll see you again. The page has been hacked. That's why today you are quiet here on this page. I know we don't transmit on main page, but forgive me because we have to still share with people. We'll come back again, same time, with the same content in a different direction. God bless you. See you another time. Bye for now. Bye again. Bye. Gabi, end it.